So we have a bit of a development when it comes to the reason as to why Mohammed Siraj has left the West Indies after being rested for the ODI series. Remember, Siraj was part of the Test and the ODI series, but he was not picked in the T20I squad. Now, this is the reason. The BCCI has given the official explanation as to why Mohammed Siraj has been asked to fly back to India. Two reasons. Number one, workload management. That is the one major key thing that the BCCI is focusing on, considering that after this, you're going to have the Asia Cup and the World Cup. But the second major reason given, and this might be a cause of concern for the Indian cricket fan and the management, is that Mohammed Siraj has a sore ankle. This is the reason why he has been rested as a precautionary measure for the three-match ODIs against the West Indies, and that is why he has flown back home. The BCCI have given these two reasons as the key factor behind resting Mohammed Siraj. Now, workload management is fine because after this now you're going to play potentially 9 ODIs before the World Cup, and then you are going to play 11 matches in the World Cup. 12 matches if you reach the final. But this point about Mohammed Siraj suffering a sore ankle, he's currently having a sore ankle. That is the major cause of concern, and it will now test the NCA even more now. Remember, prior to a major ICC event, injuries for India's pacers is always a major concern. We saw how the NCA botched up with Jasprit Bumrah's injury. Now, one hopes that the NCA does not botch up Mohammed Siraj's sore ankle. Because remember, this is one of the statements that has been released by the BCCI that Siraj has a sore ankle. And that is the reason why there is a precautionary withdrawal from the ODI squad. Now, the Indian cricket team has not decided to name a replacement for the ODI team. Because remember, in about 27, 29 and 1st, just 6 days you are going to play 3 ODIs. And that is the reason the Indian cricket team has not asked for a replacement for Mohammed Siraj. That is why they are going to persist with the same team. There's going to be Umran Malik, there will be Jaidev Unadkat, there are also the spinners. So in response now with Mohammed Siraj's absence, the Indian cricket team bowling lineup becomes very inexperienced heading into the first ODI, which will happen today at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. We all thought that Mohammed Siraj's availability for the ODIs might at least give him valuable game time. But you have to understand he's also had a very heavy workload. Let us look at Siraj's timeline as to how active he has been. Remember, Siraj played in the Border Gavaskar Trophy also. He played in all the games of the IPL. Then he had a heavy workload in the World Test Championship final. Then he also played in the 2 tests against the West Indies. So that is why he had a very heavy workload coming into the ODI series. But now this line that the BCCI has given, a sore ankle, and that is why he has been rested on precautionary grounds. One hopes it is not a major issue indeed. Because we need Mohammed Siraj, the spearhead for the Asia Cup as well as for the World Cup. Indian cricket fans might be happy that Jasprit Bumrah might be coming back for the Asia Cup. We don't know the official date as to when Jasprit Bumrah will be back. But he is going to feature in the Asia Cup. The squad might be announced after potentially the end of the Ireland series. So that is why we could see Jasprit Bumrah back. But Mohammed Siraj is going to be a major concern. One hopes that his injury is not so severe at this point. Sore ankle, had the BCCI just mentioned in their official press release that he's been rested for workload management, then we could have just given a normal update that everything is fine when it comes to Mohammed Siraj. But actually, nursing a sore ankle, that too after the 5 wickets that he took in the second test against the West Indies in Port of Spain, that is a serious cause of concern. ICC World Cup events, injuries to key Indian pace bowlers, this saga continues, and one hopes that at least this time, the NCA does not botch up anything, because now after he heads back home, he will head to the NCA now because he is not going to play the 5 T20Is against the West Indies. He was anyway not picked for the T20Is. He's not going to be in the 3 T20Is against Ireland as well. Now remember, after this now, he has close to a 1 month break now, Mohammed Siraj, because the Asia Cup will begin from August 30th. till September 17. So that is why he has a 1 month break, Mohammed Siraj, to recover from the injuries. And at this period, we could see Shami and Bumrah back, which could make India's bowling very, very potent indeed. One hopes that the injury is not serious. We wish Mohammed Siraj a speedy recovery, and that is why now it's a big, big problem for the Indian cricket team. If injury is serious, and what options could India opt, like Arsh or Bhuvi? Shivansh is asking. Well, Shivansh, I think let us just wait for this. I mean, if Mohammed Siraj's injury is not so serious, then I think he could immediately play in the Asia Cup that will be held in Sri Lanka for India and for the other teams in Sri Lanka and Pakistan. So let us just wait on it. Shami anyway has been rested for the whole tour. Now let's see when he comes back. Jasprit Bumrah is expected to come back for the Asia Cup. So your three key pacers will be back for the Asia Cup in about a month's time now. So hopefully there is nothing serious on Mohammed Siraj's ankle injury, but there is growing concerns that yet again close to a World Cup, how can an Indian pacer get injured? So that is the situation that we have. We'll keep you updated. We are building up to the Ashes as well. We are building up to the India versus West Indies first ODI. Remember, 6:30 p.m. IST is the toss. 7 o'clock is the match start at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. The weather is absolutely fine. There seems to be no problem as far as the rain is concerned. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you.